What is up with it? It's your resident Dew fanatic, and what can I say? You talked me into it, so I'm going to do a quick review and look back at Mountain Dew Liberty Brew, now called Liberty Chill. They say this is 50 flavors in a single Mountain Dew. I don't know that I believe that because, again, I had this before. It was 5 years ago, and really can only pick out a few things. It was like a mixed bag of candy where you just grab sort of the every flavor. And the every flavor gimmick is not something that I think works particularly well for, well, anything other than being a gimmick. You know, you go to the gas station and you get a little bit of every slushy or every soda on the fountain in your cup, and you drink that, and it's overwhelmingly sweet, of course, but there's no distinctiveness about it. And that's sort of the problem that Liberty Brew had in the past. But today, I thought we'd try it again, just for the sake of having the trio of videos complete, and the people wanted it. See if we could pick out any of those flavors, and then have a little retrospective about flavors that have actually come back, especially after a prolonged period of time. So let's take a sip. Yep, it's the same thing. I don't know if they've made any formula changes at all, but it's the same flavor. Initially, you get some nondescript berry, followed by cherry, then citrus. And of course it should have citrus, it's Mountain Dew. But again, things aren't very distinct. Tasting berry prominently this time. I think I said cherry and maybe even tangerine in the past as the citrus. Definitely something more on the orange side than the lemon lime. But hey, I bet you they say that's in there too. Or maybe here's their gimmick. They say, oh, we have like all the types of cherry. Like we have your wild cherry, and you got maraschino cherry, and apple. You got an exhaustive list of types of flavors that are in here. I don't taste apple, but you get the point I'm trying to illustrate. So, because it's so non-distinct, I'm not a big fan of this, but a lot of people, it's their end-all be-all flavor of Mountain Dew, and it's one that they've been clamoring to return. And I'm happy for those folks that they've got it, but I don't know that they or anyone really appreciates how rare this is for Mountain Dew. The seasonal flavors seem to have a better chance at coming back. We've had Dew SA come back, and it was reformulated because they did the mixture between sugar or high fructose corn syrup. It was corn syrup, but they used an artificial sweetener with it, whereas they reformulated it and it was just the fructose corn syrup. But Liberty Brew was absent for 5 years, so they've done it with seasonal flavors. They did 3 years of Merry Mashup returning, but other than that, limited time flavors have had a really poor track record of actually returning. Pitch Black has made all of its comebacks, so it's blessed in that regard. But you lose a contest, and you never get the greatest limited edition flavor of all time back. We're reviving Revolution. Hashtag it. Go to Twitter. Go to Instagram. All those places, and don't let Mountain Dew forget that we want that. But it seems kind of depressing to think about how many unique limited flavors are just come and go. But something like this that relies heavily on a gimmick doesn't, or I guess the other flavors garner less respect than this. I don't dislike this, but I don't think it's phenomenal by any means. It's sweet. It has a reasonable amount of carbonation, and the flavor is not appalling. Now, that's not a rave review, mind you. I still think this is on the weaker end of limited flavors that we get. So it doesn't excite me as something that is distinct. Even something simple like Distortion. Hard to believe that one would ever come back, but I would love to see Mountain Dew prove me wrong. But Typhoon and Supernova, they got their re-release, and then Typhoon got a online, buy it directly from the company release and have it shipped to your house. So that's nice. But there's really been few others that have actually made the comeback. So just some food for thought, something to mull over while you take your Liberty Brew and try to identify all those indistinct flavors. Trying to see if I would get anything different, but very gummy worm-esque in how it tastes. So enjoy that if it's your thing. I don't bring this video to you to mock your flavor. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not what I prefer. So there is my retrospective thoughts surrounding Liberty Chill. So try it. Let me know what you think, if any of these ramblings have struck a chord with you in any way. #ReviveRevolution, and as always, do the do.